Hey guys, I'm so excited about this video. So I am making another Nigerian coaster set. This one is a huge experiment. The entire thing was an experiment, okay? So basically I was experimenting with new resin, new acrylic paint, new colors, and like a thicker size of coasters. So we're gonna jump in a second. I just wanted to let you guys know, basically this is I think my favorite project that I've done so far. I've done 5 I think, and these just came out better than I expected. So yeah, let's just jump right in and we'll get started. All right, so now that we're in here, I'm just showing you guys the resin that I'm using. Is the amazing Clear Cast, and I don't know how I feel about this. This is my first time using it. It's really thick, as you can see. It's really bubbly, and it wasn't hard to use, but it was just really thick. Oh, and the smell, oh my gosh. It was a really strong smell, and it was on my hands afterwards. Like, the resin wasn't on my hands, but the smell was on my hands, and my face, I think, broke out because of just the smell. So yeah, guys, I don't know about this one, but I liked it because of how well it cured and because I got more for my money. But at the end of the day, there were way too many bubbles, and I'm trying to do something like that has clear, so I don't really want a lot of bubbles. So as you can see, it never really, when I mixed it, it didn't really mix clear, and then there were so many bubbles. So that's amazing Clear Cast resin in a nutshell. So let's get into some colors. Okay, so first, I just want to say that I skipped the part where I was putting the colors into the resin, but the colors that I'm using are gold mica powder, a white that I already mixed, so it's gold white. This is blue acrylic paint with blue mica powder. It's so pretty, just the way the mica powder makes the resin move. And then here I just have blue and black to make a navy color, because I didn't have a navy paint, but I wanted to actually just like have a little bit more variation in my blues. So I put blue and black, just like a little drop of black and a little bit of blue. You saw how tiny it was before I started mixing. And these are going to end up being a little translucent. And then this last one is blackety black. It's black and it's a little bit transparent, or translucent. And because of that, I wanted to go ahead and just add a little bit of silver gray mica powder to give it a little bit more of that movement, a little bit of shimmeriness, a little bit of depth to the color. So I'm not actually sure when I did that, but I also have some clear left in the cup, and I have some gold flakes that I'm gonna put in the cup soon. So with these colors, I wasn't actually going for an earth look, but when I was done, I realized, well, my sister told me that it looks kind of like earth on an island. So I'm just gonna roll with it. So the reason I said earlier that this whole thing is an experiment is because, oh, there go my gold flakes. Hey, gold flakes. Hey, girls. The reason I said this is an experiment is because I have never used black or blue mica powder, and I've also never used acrylic paint. So I've never used white. So essentially, the only thing I had done before was the gold, and which is why I knew how much to put. But the white was just like a milky kind of color. It was pretty, almost just like cloudy. And then the blue with mica powder was just a really nice, gave it really nice definition. It was very bright. And the black did not turn out as dark as I wanted, but I think it was okay because everything ended up turning out well. It just wasn't as opaque as I thought it was going to be, and it mixed in a lot with everything else. So I figured if it's going to mix in, I don't want everything to just turn black. Oh, hey gold flakes. This is my first time doing gold flakes, and you guys, it's so pretty. Like, gold flakes are just so pretty. And now for the moment we've all been waiting for. We're going to start pouring some resin. We're starting with black. Okay, so I wanted black around the edges. This time I actually had a plan. This time. Blackity black around the edges. My goal for this resin pour was to basically make thicker coasters than I did before. So these molds that I made them actually pretty tall. So the walls of them are kind of tall. And I want to say they're about 1 centimeter tall, which is pretty tall for some coasters. And the last time I only filled them up about halfway because I was kind of scared to use up resin and all that stuff. And resin is expensive, guys. Like, this is things that people don't tell you on YouTube. Resin is expensive. So yeah, I was just like trying to save it. But this time I was like, you know what? Let me splurge and actually fill up the molds that I, made. So I'm going for a dark to light situation. So I have black on the outside. You saw I put the clear in, and I also put the white. Now this white ended up kind of falling to the bottom, but it did give a nice kind of Milky Way situation. It made it a little bit cloudier and just gave it a little bit more dimension, and gave the gold something to sit on, as you'll see later. So as you see, I put the navy, and now I'm putting the just regular blue. I put a lot of that because that was the main color that I wanted to show through, and I knew that the black was going to try to overpower it, especially because I have the navy in the middle. So now we got gold. Gold is the star of every show. I just can't even imagine a coaster without some gold. I mean, do you feel me? Okay, so what's next? Oh, yes, bubbles. There were so many bubbles in this, and no matter how much I used the heat gun, there was just more bubbles, and I was like, I can't just keep using this heat gun to try to get these bubbles out, because it's just gonna mix in all the colors, and I didn't want that. So I was really trying to get these bubbles out, y'all, but it didn't really work. And I think this resin, because it's just so thick, it didn't let the bubbles out, basically. So you see, like, I'm spending a lot of time, and this is in 3 times speed. So I think I must have spent maybe like 2 minutes just trying to get some bubbles out, and it was not working, y'all. So I was trying, but what can you do if the bubbles ain't gonna come out? What can you do? All right, girl, stop using the heat gun, girl. The bubbles ain't going nowhere. They still gonna be there. Okay. So we gonna add more gold. Yep. So I poured the clear into one of the paper cups because I knew that if I tried to pour it because of how thick the resin was, if I tried to pour it with the plastic cup, it was just going to drip down the sides, which I didn't want, and I wouldn't be able to control it. And I really wanted to be precise by getting the clear in the middle so I can put the gold flakes and not just have like a mosh pit, basically. So I wanted to make sure that I left enough space, which is why I put clear first. And I think I will do that again whenever I'm trying to do a clear middle. I will put clear first and then come back again and flood it with clear in the middle to make space for the gold flakes, because it did end up leaving enough space later on. But as you see, especially now that it's in 3 times speed, the outside colors start just creeping into the middle. So I'm just dropping my little gold flake babies. They're so cute. Gold flakes, y'all, they get everywhere. And I was in the garage. It was kind of like a windy, gloomy day that day. And my gold flakes were just getting blown everywhere. So that's why I probably don't have a lot, because I think they just got blown out. So now at this point, I'm trying to just fill up my coasters because they're about halfway full, and I still have a lot of resin left. So I don't want to waste this resin that I spent my pretty pennies on. So I'm going to pour and pour and pour. So basically, I'm still just trying to have the gold and white in the middle and then the blues on the outside. But I have this issue with freaking out towards the end of the project and not knowing where to put my colors. So as you can see, the blue is now starting to creep into the middle. But look, everything turned out fine. As long as I had my gold showing, I was good. Okay. more clear to move things out the way. So if you guys have ever used Amazing Clearcast, let me know in the description, or sorry, not in the description, in the comments, what you've done to get rid of bubbles, or if it just never works and you have to switch to another resin brand. Let me know what you guys use, because like I said, I'm a complete newbie. I've been doing this for all of 3 weeks, and I want to find resin that is affordable enough, but also that is worth buying, because this stuff, I don't even know if I'm going to use the rest of it, just because my face is just like broken out from, you know, like using it. And it's not even because it touched my face, it's just the fumes from it. So yeah, we're gonna have to figure out something else. Okay, at this point I'm wrapping. I think I'm just gonna speed up the rest. Yeah, should I do that? I think I should. Yeah, we're gonna speed things up. I'll be right back, y'all. Y'all, welcome to the story of my life, doing the absolute most. Okay, so at this point, as you can see, I'm trying to use all my resin because I thought I measured it well, and I mean, I think I did measure it well. I just poured too much in one. As you can see, top left is spilling out. So I didn't even notice it until when you see me trying to just like scoop it out. Yeah, I'm doing the most. I am doing the most, as we see, because not only had I not planned to do any swirly things, I had also not planned to overflow anything. So yeah, it started overflowing, and I am now desperately trying to save it. But it was okay. It spilled out, and I stuck a piece of paper towel under it so that it wouldn't continue, and to give it a tiny little bit of a slope so that it would just kind of hold itself in there and just dome like a normal coaster should. But yeah, you know, I kind of freaked out in that moment. But yeah, I'm over here making swirlies and stuff that I didn't plan on doing, mixing up colors that I didn't plan on doing. But at the end of the day, this is one thing I love about resin. Resin gonna do what resin gonna do. So I maybe shouldn't have swirled it because I didn't plan to, but at the end, it just turned out really pretty. And I'm really happy that, you know, the center stayed clear, the gold flakes stayed in place. As you can see, my heat gun, I am really trying to blast the bubbles out of this thing, but the bubbles are like, I ain't going nowhere. So I just went ahead and stopped because I didn't want to break any surface tension and have any more spilling. Yeah, I'm just, you know, just trying to make sure things don't go crazy. Okay, y'all understand that kind of thing. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys that it spilled and what it looked like before I walked away for the next 20 hours. All right, guys, I'm getting ready to demold. Hey guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and demold these. They're not fully cured, but here. So I'm just deciding to do this in the backyard where there's like a lot of sunlight because it's nice out today. So right here is where the resin spilled. So, and it's not fully cured, like I said. So this is still a little bit pliable, and I just want to try to get that off. So let's. All right. So this is the spill. I mean, it's really pretty. Let's see, can y'all even see this? So this is just giving me an idea of what the resin is going to look like once I take it out, which is interesting. The black is not very black, as you can see. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started on these. And then take these inside to not be affected by the sun. So even if these aren't fully cured, they are like popping out really easily. This is my third time using my silicone molds. Okay, good. So I'm just gonna pull this out. And I just washed my hands, so my hands should not be very oily right now. Oh man, this is so cool. And you can see straight through. Oh, I'm so happy about that. So let's see. And the back. You know, the back's not too bad. So I made these ones, I think, twice as thick as my last ones. They are very, very substantial, I guess is the word. So I'll just set this down here. All of these are so nice. Like, they're all so different, even if I tried to use like identical, like I made the molds identical almost, or virtually identical. And there's a bee. Okay, well, so that's this one. Like you can see, I'll just set that right here. And this one. I love the way the gold comes through. It's so pretty. And this is my first time using acrylic paint, using the blue that I have, and also using the gold flakes, and actually able to get the center to be clear. So I'm so excited about these. Oh my gosh. All right, I'll show you guys some setup pictures for this. All right, see you later.